Did he come yet?
Hey?
He didn't show up yet?
No. She's just at the bathroom. She'll be right out.
Oh, okay.
Kind of confused about whatever.
No, yeah, Jordan explained it pretty well. Hi, girls. Hi. Oh, Lola. Hi, Lola.
It's hard to squeak.
Hi, Lola.
It's Lola is making the noise.
Good girl, Lola. Yeah, Jordan explained it pretty well. There's nothing he can do.
Listen. He's coming any minute. Okay, we get a rat receipt from Tina every month.
Yeah.
Okay. So, here's where the problem is. He gives her $50 deduction for taking out the garbage, cleaning up all the fucking dirty needles, bullshit out of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay, we pay her rent every fucking month. And there's no negative.
Yeah.
So long as we're paying her rent,
Yeah,
there's
no.
no proof that he upped her rent.
And
So,
not only that,
It'll
she-
be an illegal eviction. She's been there.
Yeah, she's got to do something wrong to be evicted.
Yeah.
He can't just evict her
and
because he doesn't.
And I have multiple text messages to tell him to come and get the rent. He has not yet got it.
No.
But the text message will prove.
Yeah.
Okay. So either he's going to take the fucking deal or not. But
Even
I
if he
think-
doesn't, he still has to give you 60 days to move out.
You know something, Dwayne? I'd rather take the eviction for ours and Tina's and take this month's rent, put it over to your place.
You got to control Tina if she's living downstairs,
Well,
though.
oh, of course.
Because my neighbors, that's a nice
No,
neighborhood.
she's got to
You
be
can't
quiet.
have, like, yeah.
Because if she's being
She can't bring her junky
nobody's
drunk
allowed
friends
it.
there.
Nobody's allowed it.
All right.
I'm going to put a lot of restrictions on it. Nobody's allowed it.
No.
Nobody.
So I can't have junkies in there.
No, I wouldn't either. On my new page.
You know how she likes being friends with everybody, and they're the only ones
She
that'll
wants
talk
to
to
go
her,
up and
right?
talk to Tammy, let her.
Yeah.
It keeps Tammy busy. And if you're out riding, it gives Tammy someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And she loves Tammy, there's no problem.
I could
with
bring
that.
Tammy down into the backyard.
But if she wants to talk to Tammy, that's okay. But you're not bringing nobody over. Nobody at all. And as far as Aiden goes, if he wants to bring Ethan over and go in the garage and work on their bikes, whatever,
Yeah.
that's fine with me.
Yeah.
But as it's 9 o'clock at night,
Well, no, you can do a little later than that,
Maybe
10,
10.
10:30.
because they only do their thing, they're working in the garage on bikes and they're quiet. You know, I don't have a problem with Ethan, so he's the only one that would be allowed over. Okay? As far as like our friends, like our group,
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Outside of the group, I don't want nobody
No.
over. So there is going to be a lot of restrictions.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. I've
But
got to
I
figure
know-
out
I
when
would
they're
love-
actually out.
I'd love to take them fucking notices, especially with Tina, because we had no problems in 5 years. Our rent has always been paid. Look at the hard work I've been doing.
Talk to
now.
Jordan, because that probably would go against his case anyway, because that's discrimination or
5 years.
retaliation or something.
All of a sudden, he's attacking Tina, which I knew that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when
Yeah.
he wanted the rent money without
Yeah.
the receipt?
Yeah, that was.
I have that in text messages where he's refusing to come to get the rent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if that's the case, that's
He's doing
okay.
everything wrong, and you guys are
Exactly.
doing everything right.
So at the end of the day, we're both living on our last month's
This
rent.
building wouldn't look as nice as it does without you guys, you know, and it's going to look like shit once you move out. All of this is going to
But
fall
mark
apart.
my words, if this is our last, he's not getting her rent money this month, or our rent money, we will take that rent money, I'll put the first and last, like the last, to Lauren, whoever, you, I don't care who it is. And then next month is our beginning.
Yeah,
And you'll
yeah,
have
yeah.
your rent for that too.
Yeah. Do you have a couple garbage bags?
Let me see.
Here.
I'm not
Shove them in
fucking-
there.
I'm not playing games.
No.
But
No,
give
you're
us our
good.
eviction out of 5 years for both of us.
That's retaliation.
Yeah.
That's probably illegal too.
And there's no negative.
Talk to
It's-
Jordan about that, because that's
I did it.
illegal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
Oh,
illegal.
he's gonna press charges on me for false accusation.
He
I said,
can't.
you know how many
There's no,
pictures?
nothing false
We're
about
going
it.
on
You
the
documented
proof.
everything.
And
the
he goes,
whole.
that basement never flooded. I said,
Oh,
look,
we've all seen the videos.
I said,
We've
you
all
came
seen.
here right away as soon as I told you. I says, I have a video of all that water pouring off the walls and the ceiling. And he says, none of your stuff was wet or nothing. I says, I got pictures.
Dumped the whole
I says,
thing.
I got a picture of Juliet's silicone dolls where the fucking mold ate off her hair.
Yeah.
And everything was mold.
And he's on video fucking where he had to move everything out. He had to do a dump run
Yeah.
because there was stuff ruined.
Yeah.
So
He's gonna charge me for
it's
it.
all full of shit.
Let's go. I'm ready.
If it ever goes to court, they always got me, Jordan, Heather. Heather was here that day.
Yeah.
We all know how it is.
Yeah, Lisa was here. Don't move your bike.
Yeah, we all know how it is. Yeah, no, he's got nothing. Awesome. I ran out of garbage bags, and that's what I use for Tammy, right?
These are nice heavy ones. I'll get more later.
Awesome. I'm gonna swing by Tina's, see if she's got a couple. I've
Yeah,
got.
don't let her know about the mission. She doesn't know.
No.
But he hasn't got around to send.
No.
If he's collecting the rent monthly, and we get receipts,
Mm-hmm.
there's no thing that she's supposed to pay extra.
No.
As long as we pay her rent, he's just fucking blowing the shit out of his ass.
He's panicking. That's what it is.
Keep in
He's
mind,
panicking.
if he comes and starts attacking me, my media's down on my Zello.
Yeah.
I'm gonna click it so you guys can hear everything.
You can switch that to the push to talk button. If you go to push to talk in the options, right now it'll say push to talk, but if you click on the options, one is toggle. And what that does is once you push the button, you don't have to touch it. It's constantly recording.
Because then you guys can hear
Otherwise,
it.
you'll have to hold the button down all the time.
Yeah.
Let me show you. So on yours,
So you guys can hear
Yeah.
everything that he's saying, but I'm not going to be able to hear you. 'cause my
no,
media-
just turn it off after. So what you do is you go to your channel, go to options, settings, push the talk button, and then your talk button with the screen button. Click on that. See it says hold to talk,
Okay.
and then toggle. So you click it on to toggle, go back to your main screen, and now
Okay.
it holds on there like that, and then everyone will hear. All right?
Yeah.
And just switch it off when you're done.
So he said he was here, here now. I'm already showered and everything. So I'm ready. I'm more than ready.
I'm gonna go have a coffee then, and I'm gonna swing by Tina's.
Yeah, she even have garbage bags.
She should be up and about.
Yeah.
All right. Stay in touch. Let me know what happens after. I'll come over afterwards. Sorry. How you doing?
I was gonna try to slide it down because I got,
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is. But I'll keep on keeping it.
I wonder why they'd send mail to you. I haven't lived here, and I never lived in that
No, it's
apartment.
Doug's.
Oh, for Dougie. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor. Can you throw it in the
Yeah.
backpack?
The small pocket or the big one?
Anyone, it don't matter.
How is Dougie?
He's doing good.
Thank you.
I'm just sort of right now. We're in transition, so
Yeah, he's
he's
having a rough time over there.
he's no. It's just that he's it's not like we're able to buy food right now. So if he can come over once in a while for a meal at your place, that'd be awesome.
He came one day, he's like, I just miss your cooking. I was like,
He
here
does.
you go, here's some
He
pasta.
does.
Well, I'm always here.
Awesome. Thank you. Poor kid's probably homeless, eh?
Yeah, that's what
Either that or he's at home, he doesn't get a lot, and so that's sad. Looked like a good kid.
I know, I was standing there and I was like, I don't want to be that person that always does that for people, but I was like, should I buy it?
The trouble is you don't know who's a scammer nowadays, right? Like
That's the
you
thing.
could live in a great home, have a
I've seen people, they claim they're homeless and they're going to like food banks, but they've got $600 shoes, $1,000 phone, and it's like.
There was one guy, he showed up last summer there, and he's driving a caddy, an actual fucking caddy, and he's at the Breakfast Club and at the Trinity Food Bank. It's crazy.
Like, I know that stuff's there to help people, but it's like that's
Well, it's
taking
there to help
advantage.
people who need it, not people who just want to save a buck, right? And that's not right.
And all I think is I work hard for my money,
Right.
and you know it sucks budgeting,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, and you'd be fine going because if you're if
I'm
you
a
need
single
it, it's,
person, low income,
yeah,
not making
you'd be
millions,
fine.
so-
Yeah, but for people that he's vacationing, he goes to Cuba, right? Like, come on.
My vacation is taking a bus ride or a cab somewhere. There's my vacation.
Oh, that's the worst I've seen is people show up at like food bank in a cab. You can afford a cab to a food bank from across the town, but you can't put that food bank cab money to food.
Like I've seen ones. It's like they've actually. I know they work. Like they work at Tim Hortons, and they're still going, and their husband's on a disability.
Yeah, that's more than enough to cover food bill for the month.
Yeah.
That Breakfast Club's a good program for the street guys. That's
Yeah.
like they always get a meal in the morning at least.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because even like to help stuff like that, you
Yeah.
you
I
want
was
to, but
I was really fortunate this last year. I actually got an inheritance, and I gave Hope Center. I gave them $10,000, and I gave Holy Trinity. I gave $10,000 to.
actually I'm just waiting for my dad.
Well,
to
Open
speak
Arms.
to me
Open
down.
Arms. I gave 10,000 to, and Holy Trinity. I was only able to give them 1,000.
That's what I was thinking.
But it was
I'd
for the
like
Breakfast
to.
Club, eh?
Yeah,
And then I bought a house, so I didn't go to waste.
That's perfect.
Yeah. But ever since I moved here, those organizations were awesome to me and my wife, and they were always there for us. So I was
And
glad
they're really nice people.
they are. I was really glad to be able to help them out. It really is a thankless job, I think, for the most part. Because
Yeah.
most homeless and most people aren't too happy, so to have to deal with that all day, every day, and
Yeah, some of them they just expect the world handed to them.
entitled. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Instead of being grateful for what little they're given, it sucks.
Okay, you've got food for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not for the month, and it's not steak and lobster dinners.
But there's
you-
other organizations, so you do one food bank for the 1 week, and if you have to, then another food bank for the next 2 weeks, or yeah.
But the sad thing is, I've worked in places where we've had openings, and I've told some of them about it. Not one of them applied. They don't want to.
They don't want to work. Yeah, that's the thing. And then you get the mothers. Some of the mothers like that. All they see is their kids is a check, right? So they've got 6 kids. They're
Yeah.
getting
I
well,
know one
they're getting
lady-
$3,500 a month.
I know one lady, she's got 6 kids. 5 of them have different fathers,
Yeah,
and she's wanting to get another kid because
it puts her up on that next tier.
And I was like, you've got 6, like,
That you
and
can't feed.
everybody's raising them for you.
Yeah, and there's no there's no child support coming in. There's no
Yeah.
I
The
know.
dads don't even know they're a dad.
Yeah, it's sad. Still, overall, though, I mean, you got to look at it in the big picture. We still live in the best country, I think, in the world, where nobody really goes hungry. You have options. There's,
Well, see,
you know,
I work in assisted living, so we have our PSWs.
Yeah.
They're like from other countries. They come to Canada. They take their PSW, some nursing, that kind of courses at Niagara College. Some of them go back to their country so they can offer the nursing skills to like women that, you know, in their country they don't value the woman.
Yeah.
So they don't have stuff for them. And these girls go back and they open up like a little clinic for them.
Yeah.
And the one girl, I said to her, when my estate goes through, I said, I want to give her money to put into it. Like she says, well, don't give me the money. She goes, I'll give you the link.
That's very
for it.
honest.
And I was like,
that's really cool.
because she says, I don't want people to think give me the
That
money.
you're getting money. Yeah, that's very honest.
Awesome.
That's good. It shows a lot of integrity.
But you listen to them, and it's like, wow, that's amazing. You came here to learn all this,
To go back and
to go
help
back
out.
and help people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're the sweetest people at work, like really good with their residents.
Yeah. I'm sort of like a de facto PSW, I guess. My wife developed MS about 5 years ago, and now she's at the point where she's pretty much bedridden. I can get her into a wheelchair, so she'll come and sit up and watch TV here and there. But it's getting a lot more where she wants to just stay in bed. So about every third day, if it gets to the third day, I'm like, no, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. You're getting up after I change you.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't, not that I, obviously I love my wife and I got to do everything I can and whatever. It'd be nice if there was like a system where, I could get a day off, right? Because I have to change her twice a day. I have to, so I don't get vacations. I don't get days off.
My ex, he got cancer, and as he was getting worse, I was the one doing everything. There was nobody coming in.
Yeah.
And his friend, a friend of his, he was like an older gentleman. They would come, and just so I could get out of the house for a bit.
Hey, good to see you,
Good to
buddy.
see you too.
Yeah, that would be amazing. My friend was saying that there are organizations that will do that, but my only apprehension about that would be is I don't know if my wife would be comfortable with someone changing her, right? That she doesn't know. That's my issue too, right?
Actually, one resident.
I was trying to tell them that they're licensed. There's rules they have to follow. There's got
One guy, his PSW, what she did was she started just visiting. So she'd come in, an hour or two, sit with the two of them before she tried to do anything.
Yeah,
so,
get to know her.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, that is good because
That
was on her own time too. But she wanted the resident to be comfortable with her.
I feel really uncomfortable about asking friends, right? Because I've had friends that say, well, if you want a day off, I can, and I feel so uncomfortable asking them, if it's okay.
But I know the position I was in, taking care of him, you need that time. You need that, go have coffee.
I get time to get out and go because when she's in bed, I put the TV on, I do stories, so she listens to it's funny, all these stories that she listens to on the thing, it's never about revenge. The whole thing's about revenge.
Yeah.
My father kicked me out of the company after 28 years, so I took my 12 clients for $3 billion. It's all about revenge.
Yeah, you'd have to find someone that could just go in, get to know her, so that way she's relaxed.
Yeah.
Because you don't want her upset and tense.
No. It really hurts sometimes because she's always says, "Oh, I'm sorry," right? And she's always apologizing. And I'm saying, "No, don't. That's not your fault. I'm happy to do it. I'm not." She thinks she's a burden. And
I said to Ryan, I used to tell Ryan all the time, I know you feel horrible, but when I met you, I loved you.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
like a thing.
I would do anything for you.
Yeah. That's what I tell her. I always tell her the same thing.
I'm having to help you into the tub, and
I
I'm
know
having
you
to
do the
wash
same to
you.
me. Yeah.
It's like I don't care.
Yeah, I know you do the same for me.
Oh, that's what I said to him. He was the type of guy he I was like in an abusive relationship,
Uh-huh.
so he extremely helped me, and he was there through everything I had to go through, and it was like, you did all that for me, like all I'm doing is, you know, just making you comfortable. To me, that's like, I felt like I wasn't doing enough.
Who do you work for?
I work at Royal Rose.
Royal Rose across from Chippewa.
Uh,
Chippewa Park? Oh,
Prince
Rose
Charles.
Villa. Oh, okay.
Prince Charles.
Oh,
It's Royal
oh,
Rose up
by the new
towards-
medical center.
Yeah.
I know where now. Yeah.
And
How do you like that?
I love it. I love the job. Like, I have one resident. You walk in, he got a brain injury when he was younger.
Yeah.
So he looks at you. He's talking.
Yeah.
He knows who you are because you've introduced yourself. Everything. He knows who you are. He turns his head and then looks back at you, and he's
God.
reintroducing himself to
Yeah. Once in a
it's-
while, very rarely, but within more. She's only done it twice, but my wife has done that. And another thing she'll do is she'll hold it. She doesn't have a cigarette, but she'll hold it out. Here, Dwayne, take this, and
Yeah.
I just pretend I take it.
you. Well, that's what I do with the residents because some of them they're dementia and stuff, and they think they're.
Is dementia part of MS? Will my wife eventually get to that, or no?
It might,
Right now, it's just her physical, like all
Yeah.
her left side, her left leg and her left arm are getting a bit wonky, but she's in such good spirits though. She's such a lovely girl.
see, that's the thing too. Like Ryan's friends would stop by and they would just take him like to the park.
Yeah.
The one time they took him and they got him like in the wheelchair and they sat him and he fed ducks, and you would have thought it was the best thing. Like they took videos of him laughing and the
Well-
stuff he said to the ducks.
I have a YouTube channel, so I've got lots of friends like that. So we end up we're able to give her like picnics and
That's
lots
good.
of friends to come visit all the time.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm waiting for my friend. I don't know if she's coming.
One of the other troubles I'm finding is that I can't really take her anywhere. Like, you can't really go to, for example, Mandarin, because if she has an accident, I have no way to change her, so we have to go home, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of takeout.
That's what skip the dish and all that's for.
God bless, right? Uber Eats.
I actually, my friend laughed at me. I'm like, when we were going through that, I Instacart and all that, and he was like, that stuff, like, these people, you know, oh, it's a job. Yeah, you don't understand though. Like,
Yeah.
you can't get out to do stuff. I'm looking on here.
Did you
I'm
just
like,
message her?
yeah. I'm like, I
you
can't
just
get back to the message. Thought this was a clearance.
I think you got the better part of the deal at Tim's Coffee.
Yeah. Well, because I messaged her, I'm like, I just woke up. I have no idea what I'm doing. Even the cab driver, he's like, where do you want to go? I don't know. I'm supposed to meet my friend downtown. And he's like, where?
You know where?
Downtown?
That's
And then
funny.
he's like, how about I take you to the bus terminal? He goes, I'll stand outside. I'll drive by. If you're there in half an hour, I'll stop and check on you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Because I said to him, I don't know. I'm not awake. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, Wade.
Oh, if it starts raining, I got 2 umbrellas, so.
That's a friend.
Got everything covered.
Well, one is my daughter's and one's mine.
Hey, they both work. They'll work. You should be okay till one-ish.
Well, it's been spitting off and on, so I always keep these in here no matter what because
That's smart.
I like to walk everywhere and I prefer not getting downpoured on. My child, she technically has that there. I just have this for the back because it from here backwards it's not plastic.
Oh, okay.
But she has a plastic sheet to cover her front, so I got the Velcro strips and I Velcro into her seat. Then everything's covered.
That's smart. My friend uses a pram, a stroller for her cat. She takes her cat everywhere.
Actually, tonight I'm going and getting a stroller from a lady for my cat.
She loves it. The cat loves to get out, but
Well,
she's scared to walk,
Yeah.
walk on her own. But she loves going out in the thing.
Well, that's what Mojo. You put the leash on her, the harness, and she just stiffens up and falls. And it's like, and she makes weird sounds. It's like,
Thank you,
dying.
killing her.
it's like, I'm not hurting you.
My cat is so dramatic. You try to clip her paws, and she's she just doesn't want to.
Every claw. As soon as she hears that click, ow, ow, ow.
Oh please!
It's
This
not
didn't even
hurting.
touch you.
And then it's like you squish your little foot a bit. That is hurting you. This is nothing. Ow, ow.
My cat, if you tell her she's telling me he's fat, the look he gives you, you understand. They understand, eh? They
And it's their
understand
face
English.
expressions. People don't
Yeah.
understand. They
Yeah.
have face expressions.
Yeah, they know. He knows.
And it's not like mouth expression, it's an eye.
Yeah. She turns her head and
When he was a kitten, I used to make baths for him, and what he would do is I'd go like this to swirl the water around so it was nice and warm. Then I'd put him in, and he'd do the same thing. He would splash it because he saw me do it, and I was adorable.
well, if it's okay for you.
Yeah. But he'd drink it too, though. Like he'd swim in the bath, but he'd be drinking the water. He'd tell him, don't drink the bath water.
My daughter does that.
The first time he actually got in the shower with me one time, it startled me because I was having a shower and then, the
Yeah,
cat's
you
in the
feel
shower.
something.
Yeah.
It's like, how'd you get in
And that
there?
was when I realized he likes water. He absolutely likes water. He likes to swim.
Mine
Crazy.
just, she plays dead and she acts like it's the worst thing to happen to her.
So dramatic, I know.
And she sits afterwards. It's like she'll sit across the room and the way she just glares at me. It's like, I'm sorry.
You stink.
You have to have an actual bath. It gets the stink off you. And then she sits there.
It's funny, he is so outgoing and such an extrovert,
Sorry,
Bowie.
it's starting to spit quite a
But
bit.
the other cat is just the opposite, like loud noises and he runs off, right?
Well, see, she usually runs and hides when people are over. So I'm trying to break her of it. She's getting better. She can actually be in the living room when the door. Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
She'll like sit in the living room when like delivery or something is there. She's
Yeah.
fine now. So-
Entering the home is a different story.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it's like now it's like I want to put her in the stroller,
Yeah.
take her out and see if she likes it a little.
As soon as she sees the bird, she'll love it.
Or she'll like be just laying in there like, yeah. Where has this been all my life?
I've got about 190 videos. You should check out my channel. I've got a cats and playlist, animals playlist. I raised a squirrel from a little pink bean, and I got a video of him running around. Take a picture.
Your phone's in there. You want me to take a picture and send it
Yeah,
to you?
yeah.
Yeah. Can you do that?
I've got over almost 5,000 videos, over 500,000 views on my channel. I've got almost 2,000 subscribers. A lot of ride videos, a lot of cat videos. What kind of made my channel famous is I don't take crap from cops.
Yeah.
So that's what made my channel a little more known. But check it out. I got my cats and animal ones are hilarious because he'll do little. I've got fight videos between me and the cat. You know how they put it
Yeah.
all into it. It's hilarious.
Mine chases me.
He knows how to play fetch. He'll play fetch for 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. Like swimming. I got swimming videos of him. Yeah.
Sorry, I have no sweater. Otherwise, I wouldn't care about the umbrella.
Well, yeah.
I didn't think about bringing a sweater because I'm like, oh, it only says 45% chance rain. It never rains. I always prepare and it never rains.
I was on the thing that was saying 100% for 1 o'clock and maybe 2. So
I don't know. I woke up and as soon as I stood up, I felt all the arthritis spots and I was like, oh,
I
it's
get
gonna
that in my
rain.
knee.
I get it. My feet, my
My
hands,
elbow.
and like in my knees. It's like, oh.
I always thought that was all just old people
yeah.
complaining, and then now I'm old. Oh my God!
That's what I said to my aunt the one day. We were sitting around because we're grown-ups now. All the kids are playing. Like her grandkids and great grandkids are all playing, and me and my aunt and my one cousin are sitting there, and we're like, yeah. Me and my cousin are comparing owies, and my aunt, she goes, see, you guys used to make fun of us. Now you guys are experiencing it. And I was like, yeah. And then my cousin, he looks at me and he's like, we even sit around, drink, and complain about our owies. Yeah. We take after our parents.
Yeah, the first time I started getting these pains, and I didn't realize it until like about 2 months later, but it's always before it rains, before the thing.
There's a break between 2 and 3, and then it starts raining again until 5.
Well, they messaged me confirm the time to pick that thing up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I'm a little excited. I don't know how Mojo's going to feel, but...
It'll be freaking out at first, but once she realizes what it is, and that
Are you
she
talking
can go
about a cat wheel?
outside-
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
cat wheel?
It's a...
Yeah, it's
like a
literally
stroller.
it's a
Oh,
pet
okay.
stroller.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say I got my cats a cat wheel, and I just use it for laundry because the cats won't use it. I even showed them how to use it. I went through. I was like this, and the cat's just looking
Yeah,
at
I'm
me.
not the only one that does that.
The
This
cats-
is how it works.
Yeah, the cat's looking at me like I'm an idiot. He
They're
loves laying in it because of the curve, so that's all they do. They just lay in it.
Yeah, no, once she figures out what the pet stroller is and why it's there, guarantee you she'll love it because she gets to see all the birds.
It's got the
without
cover so
running.
that if it rains, she's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Because I said
It's
to
just
the,
like a stroller, but
I
made
said
for
to
pets.
the lady, it's
Big love
like
mountain.
where it zips up and stuff. I said there's no tears because she's like an escape artist.
Ah,
And
my cat's
she's
too
like-
scared to get outside. I could leave the door open and he won't go out. He won't. He's terrified of
well,
outside.
her, she'd be like, no, I'm not going out. And then she'd be like, oh, squirrel. Oh, I saw a bird.
Nice.
I live on the 5th floor at Chippewa Towers there. I'm up on the 5th floor. Well, the one day I'm sitting and I could hear her talking and I'm like, just, you can come out, but behave.
Yeah.
Like there's rules, you have to follow them. Because you're talking to the cat, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, next thing I know, she's flipping in the air. The birds were flying up and it was like, oh my God. And I was like, I'm going to lose my cat. She's going to go right over the balcony. So my aunt will get one of those cat patio things.
Oh,
Put
those are
that on.
cool. I've seen those.
So I was like, yeah.
Get them off Amazon. Or you can go to Rona and buy chicken wire and wood, and there you go.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah. You can even, I've seen ones where it'll go from the balcony to the bedroom window and it's just a little tunnel.
Yeah.
So they can go out and sit and watch.
Yeah,
and,
you have to get approval to put anything on the side of the building.
oh, yeah.
On the balcony is your own area, but the moment you reach around the balcony, you have to get
Yeah,
approval.
yeah.
'Cause
We can't have the air conditioners.
I'd be so afraid of a height because I don't know if my cat would actually jump off after a bird, right?
Well, I stand on my balcony. As long as I'm not right at the edge looking down, I don't get dizzy or nothing. I have to sit back.
I suppose I could, you'd have a leash on a harness, right?
Yeah.
And then if the worst case scenario, he's hanging there until you notice him.
Pull him
Until
back
you
up.
pull
And
him
then
up.
pull him up.
Well, that's what my nanny
That's all I
did.
need is fire trucks down below and cops and the cat's gonna jump and oh my god.
Meanwhile, you're sitting there, it's okay, she's on a leash.
And I know my cat, he'd be so dramatic, he'd be oh my
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
we're gonna die.
I'm gonna die. No one's looking. Oh my God.
Did you guys ever see that video of the squirrel? And
With the
he
broom.
goes into the kitchen and he takes the broom, he knocks it down, then he
Yeah.
crawls underneath it and he lays
Yeah.
there. Then he checks to see if the owner notices. It's so dramatic.
Yeah.
That's my cat.
Well, see, that's how people have made animals. Though.
Yeah.
They were never like that before. Now it's.
It's just like kids. They've made their kids, the younger generation have made the youngest generation practically wimps. Like my daughter, I can guarantee you is the only one in her class that doesn't fall down and go "Ah," as soon as she falls down.
She falls and she goes, oh. And you just look at her. And then she gets up back to
Yeah.
play.
It's funny when you see kids who are, if the parents don't notice, they just fell, they won't make a fuss about it. If they notice the parents notice them, then it's, oh my God, I hurt myself.
Well, my daughter, she only cries when she's bleeding or there's like a slight
Yeah.
rash. That's the only time she cries.
That's justified, right?
Well, I'm sorry. At that point, you've torn the skin. I get it.
Yeah.
Because any other time, I just kind of look at her. You good? And she, yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
She does it both. Well, I'm going to check your page out later.
Thank you. Yeah. Just keep in mind, once you see the police ones, I don't go around just, a cop's there and I go and start yelling at them. If they come to me and act like idiots, I will
You
yell
just
at them,
act
right?
like an idiot back.
Yeah, but if you check it out, I've got ones where I've had a good 40-minute conversation with 2 beat cops, right? I've got ones where I've got, having positive interactions with them, so they've kind of learned to leave me, not, be an idiot with me. So,
Yeah.
but I'm not like I just go around yelling at cops and,
You don't do it for the content. You just
No,
You're there.
my
This is
police
everything.
videos are a very small fraction. Like I say, I've got almost 5,000 videos out there, and the top ones are maybe 300 videos. And out of those 300, there's positive ones in there too. So it's not
Yeah.
like I'm just an asshole going around yelling at cops.
All right. Well,
Have a
nice
great
talking
day.
to you.
You bet. If you see me out, I'll give you a wave.
Yeah. Okay.
Have a
bye.
good day, guys. Stay dry.
plan on it.
Hey, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, there's a red-headed girl that comes around here. You have a video of her
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your thing. She reported a couple of videos that she was in.
Oh, she can't. That won't matter.
I'm just,
Yeah.
telling you.
As long as she's in public, she has nothing to.
Okay.
Right.
She was at the bus terminal and she was bitching about it this morning.
Yeah.
And then she goes, I'm reporting. I said, you do what you have to do, man.
Nothing will happen.
Okay, I'm just saying
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
reported him.
Thanks.
No problem. You obviously know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Madison.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
long as she's in public,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yep. See you, Dwayne.
See ya.
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna have a quick cigarette and then we're heading out again. I gotta get back. I don't think we're gonna be doing a get together today, just simply because it's kind of rainy out. It's looking a little gray. I don't know if the others will want to come out, but if I do, I will definitely bring you guys with me. All right, we'll have one more smoke and then we'll take off. All right, guys. Let's get out of here.